Let's not lie to ourselves. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not pretend like things are still the same. Because the track and field world just got flipped upside down. And right now, Tia Clayton is no longer the underdog. She's no longer Tina's twin. She's no longer the forgotten one. She's no longer just promising. Tia Clayton has become the one to beat. And Julien Alfred, she's in trouble, serious trouble. Because the race for women's sprint supremacy isn't led by America. It's not led by St. Lucia. And it's not led by the NCAA system anymore. It's now being driven by a Jamaican girl who spent most of her early career standing in the background. And now she's taking over. They never saw her coming. Let's be honest, no one predicted this. The world gave up on Tia before she even started. All the headlines were about Tina Clayton, the flashy twin, the world U20 champion, the Nike signing, the next Shelly. And Tia was labeled the other one. They said she was slower. They said she wasn't marketable. They said she'd never beat Tina, much less the world. But now in 2025, the story has flipped. Tia Clayton is no longer in her sister's shadow. She has completely stepped into her own light. And that light is starting to blind everyone, especially Julien Alfred. Julien Alfred is feeling the pressure. Julien has been dominant for the past few years. She destroyed the NCAA system. She clocked 10.8s like clockwork. She made Olympic and World Championship finals. She made her country proud, and rightly so. But this is where it gets uncomfortable. Julien Alfred has plateaued. Yes, she's still running fast, but not faster. Yes, she's still consistent, but not dominant. Yes, she's still respected, but no longer feared. Because now, every time she lines up on the track, there's a new name breathing down her neck. And that name is Tia Clayton. Tia's rise has been scary fast. In 2024, nobody expected her to make the Olympic 100m final. Not even Jamaica did. Elaine was injured. Shericka was saving herself. Shelly was winding down. So Tia, she got the baton. And what did she do with it? She shocked the world. She lined up in a final filled with Olympic champions, world finalists and big money sprinters, and she did not flinch. She didn't win, but she made a statement. She showed the world that she wasn't just here to make the team. She was here to take over. And now, in 2025, she's doing just that. Look at the times. Let's talk numbers. Tia Clayton has already run a 10.79 this season. Not once, multiple times. Legally winded, clean, efficient. And Julien Alfred, she's still floating around 10.83, 10.85, 10.88. Still solid, still elite, but no longer out of reach. In fact, Julien is no longer the hunted. She's the target. And guess who's aiming right between the eyes? Tia Clayton. Julien can't outrun the Jamaican machine. Let's keep it real. Julien Alfred is a one-woman army. She's carrying the hopes of an entire island. She's the only elite-level St. Lucian sprinter right now. She has to train smart, stay healthy, and stay perfect every single race. But Tia is part of the Jamaican sprint empire. She trains with killers. She races her own countrywomen like it's war every week. She has no choice but to evolve or die. And guess what? She evolved. And here's the scary part. Tia is still raw. Her top-end speed is crazy, but her finish isn't even perfect yet. Her race strategy is still improving. Her reaction time is fast, but not elite. She's still learning how to run under pressure, and she's already dropping 10.7s. Imagine her in 2 years. Imagine Tia Clayton at full power. Imagine her with elite-level polish. Imagine her hungry, confident, and fearless. That's a version of Tia that Julien Alfred might not survive. What happens if Tia beats Julien? Here's what nobody wants to say out loud. If Tia beats Julien Alfred in a big final, if Tia outruns her at the Olympics or World Championships, if Tia gets a better time at the Diamond League, Julien Alfred is finished. Not finished as in washed, finished as in no longer the next queen. Because sprinting is ruthless. There's no time for almost, no space for she was great last year. Once someone faster shows up, you're old news. And Tia Clayton, she's showing up. She's showing up fast. She's showing up powerful. She's showing up with something Julien doesn't have anymore. The element of surprise. Final warning. Tia Clayton is now the one to beat. She's no longer chasing anyone. She's forcing the stars to chase her. And Julien Alfred, she needs to wake up. Because this rivalry is real. And the danger is growing. Tia is no longer the other twin. She's the future. And if Julien can't stop her soon, then this isn't going to be a rivalry. It's going to be a takeover.